Have you ever found yourself stuck in a security line, watching your flight board without you? Yeah, it's a nightmare we all try to avoid. But what if I told you that the TSA's latest rule updates might just be the secret to breezing through airport security without the usual stress and delays? We're talking about changes that could mean the difference between a smooth, speedy airport experience or getting stuck with those long, dreaded lines. Whether you're a frequent flyer or just someone who dreads the airport hustle, these new updates could change the game entirely. But here's the catch: some of these changes are a little too good to be true, and not every airport is fully on board yet. Stick around as we break down everything you need to know about these new TSA rules, from cutting-edge tech to must-know travel hacks. To make sure you're always ahead of the curve when you travel, remember the days when you had to practically take apart your laptop like it was some sacred ritual just to get through airport security? Well, it looks like the TSA is finally catching up with the times. Enter AI-powered scanners. These game-changing machines are designed to see through your entire bag, meaning your laptop, your liquids, and all those items you used to have to take out could stay right where they are. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, before you start thinking you've entered some tech utopia, here's the catch. Not every airport has these magical scanners yet. So before you walk into the airport all excited to breeze through security, double check to see if your airport is on the cool kids list. If not, it could be business as usual for you, standing in line and unpacking your gadgets like the old days. Now, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart: protein powder. I mean, a guy's got to keep up with his gains, even when traveling, right? But apparently, the TSA isn't as enthusiastic about protein powder as I am. Word on the street is they're cracking down hard on powdered substances. If your protein powder exceeds 12 ounces, there's a pretty good chance it's going to get flagged for extra screening. And trust me, you don't want to be that person holding up the line while a TSA agent decides whether your whey protein is a security risk. So, if you're planning to pack your favorite supplement, just know you might need to downsize or be ready to explain why it's so important to your travel plans. So, let's talk about the infamous 311 rule. You know, the one where your entire toiletry bag has to fit into those tiny Ziploc bags, right? It's the rule that's been haunting travelers for years. Well, here's the plot twist. The TSA is still holding on to this rule like it's their lifeline. But, and it's a big but, some airports are now stepping up their game with CT scanners. Think of them like an X-ray machine on steroids. These scanners are so advanced they might let you carry larger liquids than the usual 3.4 ounces, giving you more freedom when packing those must-have toiletries. But before you get too excited, there's a catch. The liquids still need to be in TSA approved containers, so don't think you can start packing giant bottles of shampoo just yet. It's a step forward, but not the full-blown revolution we've all been hoping for. Let's talk about battery packs. We all rely on these portable powerhouses to keep our devices juiced up on the go, right? The good news, you can still bring them in your carry-on. That's a win, right? But here's the twist. There are some serious restrictions you need to know about. If your battery pack is over 100 watt-hours, you're going to need special permission from the airline to bring it on board. So, before you toss that giant battery pack that could probably jumpstart a car into your bag, double-check the rules. You don't want to be caught off guard, scrambling to figure out how to get it past security. It might just be time to downsize that beast and go for something a little more travel-friendly. If you haven't signed up for TSA PreCheck yet, seriously, what are you waiting for? It's like the VIP line for airport security. No more awkwardly stripping down to your socks and belt. No more frantically unpacking your entire life at the security checkpoint. With PreCheck, you get to keep your shoes on, your laptop in your bag, and best of all, your dignity intact. It's worth every penny, trust me. The time you save avoiding the long, stressful security lines is more than worth the small investment. No more sweating it out, hoping you won't miss your flight because of a slow-moving line. It's smooth sailing all the way. Let's talk about something that makes a lot of people excited: alcohol. A little mini bottle of something strong can definitely make a long flight more bearable, right? But before you start packing your carry-on like it's your personal bar cart, let's break down the TSA's rules. Mini bottles are still allowed in your carry-on as long as they're 3.4 ounces or less and fit into your quart-sized liquid bag. But, and this is important, just because you can bring it doesn't mean you can drink it on the plane. Cracking open your own stash could land you in serious trouble with the flight attendants. So, keep it cool, keep it tucked away, and maybe leave the party for when you land. Now, if you're traveling with pets, things can get a bit more complicated. I mean, our furry friends are part of the family, but the TSA has some ever-changing rules that can make traveling with them a little chaotic. One of the latest updates: pet food is now getting its own special screening. That bag of kibble you packed, yeah, it gets its own trip through the X-ray machine. So, make sure it's easily accessible in your carry-on, because you don't want to be digging through your bag with a line of impatient travelers glaring at you. But here's a little good news. Some airports are rolling out express pet screening lines to make things easier for both you and your four-legged companion. So, while it's still a bit of a hassle, at least it's getting a little more convenient now. Let's dive into some of those smaller, but equally important, TSA rules you need to know. First up, self-defense items. Don't even think about packing them. Pepper spray, stun guns, or those cute little self-defense keychains are a definite no-go. TSA views them as potential security threats, and if you try to bring them through, they'll be confiscated in a heartbeat. Next, vapes. Yes, you can bring your e-cigarette on board, but there are some strict rules. Your vape has to stay in your carry-on checked luggage. Not a chance, especially since most vapes come with lithium-ion batteries. So, if you're planning on vaping, make sure it's in your personal bag. And lastly, large amounts of cash. If you're carrying over $10,000, be prepared for some extra questions. The TSA is required to report large sums to law enforcement, so don't be surprised if they flag you for a little more scrutiny. So, there you have it, everything you need to know about the latest TSA rule changes and how to make your airport experience smoother and less stressful. The more you know about these new regulations, the easier your travels will be. Whether it's skipping the long lines with TSA PreCheck, packing smarter with the latest tech, or simply avoiding those annoying travel pitfalls, a little knowledge can go a long way. Did any of these new TSA rules surprise you? Drop a comment below and let me know. And hey, if you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more travel hacks every week. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.